Let every foreigner that's living here stay here. They'll become a citizen. So, DeSantis kicked everybody out of Florida. Those people that's been living here can move back home. Executive order number 3, we got something called student loans. You might know people that got student loans. They went to college and they owe money. I'm getting rid of the student loans. It's $1.7 trillion in student loans that people owe. Our American people, they owe $1.7 trillion. We're getting rid of all of the student loans because Biden just gave $1.7 trillion to Ukraine and NATO. So if you can give it to somebody else next door, I'm gonna make sure I give it to the people that's at home. You got kids? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever cooked dinner for your neighbors before you fed your kids? That's exactly my point is. They cooking dinner for the neighbors and not feeding the kids. That's a problem. And then if you make anything under $150,000 or less, we're cutting your taxes in half. So meaning if you pay taxes, you pay $10,000 of taxes, we're going to make sure you only pay $5,000 and put the other $5,000 in your pocket. That's what we're doing. Those are all executive orders. And the last executive order is to make sure that your voting rights that's up for debate, African Americans don't have voting rights like everybody else. 2031, your voting rights can be dismissed. So what I'm doing once I get into the White House is making sure that the voting rights will never get dismissed, and that will be a currently situations like every other American citizen. You will not have to go through a debate and see if your voting rights will be dismissed. Now my question is, and I don't even have to ask the question, but do I got to vote? We got some petitions. Unconstitutional for a state to hold anybody. As long as they're a citizen, you're supposed to have voting rights. So when a state decides to go against the Constitution, it's unconstitutional, meaning it's not legal. So they do have voting rights. We just have states that's going against the Constitution. And when I get in the White House, I'm gonna hold some pieces to the fire. We're on the ballot, and we win this state. We're gonna turn this thing from red to tan. Because I'm running non-conglomerate. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm non-conglomerate. That means I don't have no affiliation with none of the gang members up there in Washington, D.C. I'm on my own. I don't owe nobody no favors, and nobody owes me none. That means that's happening. That's a guarantee. Everything I put in front of you guys that I just said will happen day 1. This is not day 45, or it's not going to be year 6 or 8, like, waiting like, we waited for Obama to do something great on the last one. We know we're going to do something. We know Obama going to do something year 8. It's coming. He walked out that house the same way he walked in, did nothing. That's not going to be here. Day 1, those 5 executive orders go in place.